Inflation math is changing our dinner plans. In the last year, grocery prices have increased by 1.1%, while the cost of restaurant meals increased by 4.1%. A recent NPR article reported that for the first time in years, grocery hauls are getting bigger, and that means many are choosing to splurge a bit at the supermarket over going out to eat. When restaurant inflation is ahead of grocery inflation, restaurant owners definitely feel like people are probably still saying, I should just cook at home a bit more often. Do you need some inspiration to cook at home? Well, in today's video, I am sharing my Aldi grocery haul with you all, and then I'm also gonna share with you what I made for dinner this week. Monday, I'm making something that I've always wanted to make and never have, pork katsu with rice and sesame slaw. And then on Tuesday, I'm gonna make chicken pad thai and cucumber salad. This was a super easy meal that's also kid-friendly. Wednesday, it's a simple family-friendly meal for chicken tenders and potato wedges. And then on Thursday, I'm planning to use up some proteins and veggies that I have in the fridge for some Asian-inspired rice bowls and salads that can be customized to whatever the people in your family like. So let's go to Aldi and grab some groceries. All right, so here's everything that I got at Aldi. I'll start down here with the produce. I got some baby spinach just to have on hand for sandwiches, and then Kira likes, she likes spinach in her wraps, and I'm gonna be packing her lunch this week. I got some strawberries, some raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries, so I'm gonna be washing those up. Some red grapes. They actually didn't have any green grapes today, so I grabbed these instead. And then I got a couple different chopped salad kits. I really like having these on hand for lunch. So this one is a Thai and cashew, and then this one is the everything, or I guess it's called the Works chopped kit, but I really like both of these for lunches. I normally don't eat them plain. I normally add something to them. So like chicken breast, or sometimes I'll add cheese or goat cheese or something like that. I got some crumbled goat cheese. This is just really convenient to have on hand for salads. And then it's been a while since I bought this. This is the marinated mozzarella that Aldi has. And then I also got some feta cheese as well. I grabbed some bananas. I got green ones so that they wouldn't ripen quite as fast. A bag of lemons because we were low on those. I meant to get cilantro and I totally forgot, but I did get some parsley. And then these peaches looked really good also, so I got 4 of those. Some limes, and then some cherry tomatoes. I was planning on making some pico de gallo with the limes and the tomatoes, and have some jalapenos in the fridge, but I don't know if I have cilantro, so I might have to order that from Walmart. I'm not sure. I did not go in with a list, so this is kind of chaotic. I got an English cucumber, some tofu. I want to try this with a recipe, but I probably won't be using it all. So if you guys have a great way, or like your favorite way to have extra firm tofu, let me know in the comments below so I can try it. I got some of this sliced Polish ham. I've gotten this at Aldi before. It's good. I like to use it for sandwiches or breakfast sandwiches. And then I think this is new, or at least I haven't seen it before. It's Hatch green chili cheddar dip. So I thought that might be good with some tortilla chips. Some turkey breast for Kira's lunches this week. And then she also wanted pepperoni for sandwiches. Aldi doesn't have just plain sliced pepperoni, so I had to get it in this hot ham trio that's got ham, pepperoni, and provolone cheese, but I bought that before and it's good. I haven't seen this before, but it's probably just because I haven't looked. This is the hickory smoked cheddar cheese. So I thought that would actually be good with the ham on a breakfast sandwich. And then I got some of the turkey snack sticks, a couple blocks of cheese just to have on hand, 1 sharp cheddar and 1 Monterey Jack. I might make enchiladas this week, I'm not sure yet. And then I got some cheddar cheese sticks. Kids like those for snacks. Some of these cheese dip and cracker sticks. I got quite a few snacks this week because Kira has band camp, and so she'll be taking snacks with her.
And one time at band camp, we all lost our music and we were supposed to play this song.
And then she'll need stuff for breakfast too. So I got some yogurt. This is like the Activia. It's just strawberry yogurt. And then I got some vanilla and some mango yogurt as well. Connor has been having like a smoothie every day, so I needed to make sure I stocked up on yogurt. I just like to keep spreadable butter on hand for toast, so I grabbed one of those. Some cottage cheese. I cannot remember if I I'm really loving the Aldi cottage cheese. Like, I feel like I've had it before, but I can't remember what it tastes like. So hopefully it's good and we'll have that this week. I got some 2% milk, some of the Panera soup. I like to pair these with like a half one of those salads for lunch. Broccoli cheddar soup and baked potato soup. Connor was actually asking me for like some of the little boxes of cereal like that come in the multi-packs. And I just happened to see these at Aldi. I'm assuming they're a seasonal item. So I got one Lucky Charms and one Cinnamon Toast Crunch, some granola bars. We were all out of real maple syrup and I like to keep that on hand for recipes. So I grabbed some of that. Some of these little kids fruit and grain. These are like the little Nutri-Grain bars. I've never seen these before in my Aldi, so they might be new. I'm not sure. I got some trail mix, and then the kids really like these fruit strips, so I got the strawberry ones. Some Hawaiian bread. Connor really likes toast for breakfast, so I thought that would be good for that. Some hot Cheetos for Kira's lunches. And then I bought a bunch of hot dogs at Costco the last time I was there, and so I've still got some left, so I thought I would get these brioche hot dog buns to go with those. Some bagels. I just realized I forgot to get cream cheese, but I might actually make some green onion or like some scallion cream cheese because I got a ton of green onions at the farmer's market last weekend and I need something to, like, I need to figure out how to use them up, so I might make some cream cheese to go with those bagels. Some pita bread. Kira likes this for her sandwiches, and she also likes tuna salad on this for lunch. I've never seen these before at Aldi. They're the Elevation Protein Puffs, jalapeno cheddar. I don't know, so I figured I'd try those. I love this beef biltong that I get at Aldi. It's my favorite. I buy it every time I go there. I've tried so many different brands, even ordered some from Amazon, and this so far is my favorite. I think it's like the most tender and is the least chewy. If you like spicy, the chili lime is good, or if you don't, the original is good too. I like both of them. I got some applesauce for Connor, and then it's been a while since I made this bacon ranch pasta salad. This is obviously the Aldi brand, so I figured I'd get a box of that. I got some waffle cones. I already put the ice cream in the freezer because it's super hot outside today, so I just got some cookies and cream ice cream to go with the waffle cones. I've had these before. That's the coconut shrimp, frozen coconut shrimp from Aldi. These are pretty good if you never had them. They make a good lunch, and they're super quick to throw in the air fryer. I got some French toast sticks for the kids, and then also these Milk Bear wafers. I think these are supposed to be like the, I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but like I think they're the Kinder Bueno. I'm not sure. So got those. Capri Sun, some Gatorade Zero, Diet Pepsi. I saw these as well and thought they'd be interesting to try. The kids like soft pretzels, so let me know if you've tried these. They're like the pepper jack filled pretzel bites. I got some chips for lunches. This is just like the classic mix. Some little mini chocolate chip cookie packs, and then some chocolate yogurt covered raisins for the kids. I don't normally like to buy toothpaste at Aldi because it's not super economical, but we needed it. So I just got 3 boxes of toothpaste. I needed some conditioner, so I grabbed that there as well. A couple different Celsius. I sometimes like to order this from Amazon or Walmart, wherever I can get the best price, but since I was at Aldi, I just grabbed some there. This is good. It's the zero sugar peach tea. It's kind of like the diet Snapple, if you've had that before, but these are good from Aldi, so I recommend those. And then I also got some hash browns. I like to have these on hand for breakfast. And then I haven't seen these before. These are the panko chicken breast nuggets, so I figured we'd try these. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be like the air fryer brand of chicken nuggets. I think it's by Tyson's. I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be like. Not sure, so I'll have to let you guys know how we like these. It says that they are best cooked in the air fryer. If you have credit card debt, one of the ways that you can save money to pay down that debt is by eating at home. And I want to thank today's video sponsor, PDS Debt. Getting into credit card debt is super easy, right? Well, getting out of credit card debt, the system is actually set up against us so that we don't. If you're struggling with credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, or collections, you need to check out PDS Debt. PDS provides a service to match you with debt solutions tailored to your financial situation. I've had times in my life that I have experienced crushing credit card debt, and it is no fun at all. If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances aren't going down, PDS has solutions for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there is no minimum credit score required, bad and fair credit accepted. You can save more while paying off your debt in a fraction of the time. PDS Debt has customized options for anyone struggling with credit cards, personal loans, medical bills, or collections. They strive to understand your specific scenario and can help provide alternative solutions to becoming debt-free. Stop waiting and start saving. PDS Debt is offering a free debt analysis. It only takes 30 seconds, so you can head over to pdsdebt.com/Jen Chapin to get your free debt analysis today. That's pdsdebt.com/Jen Chapin, pdsdebt.com/Jen Chapin to get your free debt analysis today. I'll have a link in the description box below, or you can also tap the screen right here. And thank you once again to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. All right, so it's Monday and I'm making pork katsu with some rice in my rice cooker, and then I'm also gonna make some salad on the side, or some slaw. So I wanted to add some cucumbers to this. I'm using my mandolin slicer, which I love. I'll link it down below. I wanted to use this because I wanted the cucumbers fairly thin, so I went ahead and sliced those. And then I also love slicing my cabbage on this for smaller batches of slaw because it slices it super thin. So I went ahead and sliced some of that, and then I'm just putting it in my salad spinner because I'm going to soak it in some cold water, not just to wash it, but it also kind of helps rehydrate any greens that you've had sitting in your fridge for a while. I went ahead and spinned it dry, and then after that I mixed everything in a bowl. And what I'm going to end up doing is using some sesame dressing that I had in my fridge, but first I'm going to season this with some salt and pepper. Especially for this slaw, I wanted to make sure I kind of seasoned my vegetables before I put the dressing in. This is just a sesame dressing that I got from the grocery store, but you could also make it homemade if you wanted to. I think I added a little bit too much, so lesson for next time. But I took these thin cut pork chops and I've just seasoned them with salt and pepper. I'm dredging them in flour and then some egg that I beat with a little bit of water just to thin it out a little bit. And then you want to use panko breadcrumbs, especially for like this particular Asian dish, or anytime you really want a super crispy coating on anything that you're frying. And then I heated just about an inch of vegetable oil in a hot skillet, and I'm just adding those pork cutlets to the skillet, and you just have to fry them for about 4 minutes per side. Obviously it's going to depend on how hot you have your oil, but once the coating is golden brown on the outside, and I left these in a little bit longer than what I'm showing here, then they are definitely cooked through. This is a very thin cut meat, so once you let it rest, they will definitely cook through. And then I also made some, I believe this is jasmine or basmati, I can't remember, rice that I had in my pantry. I love this Instant Pot rice cooker. You guys are going to see me using it several times throughout this video, so I'll link it in the description box below. It definitely makes super foolproof rice. Once I took the pork out of the oil, I just seasoned it with a little bit of salt, and then I'm going to cut it into thin strips and then just arrange it in a bowl with some of the rice. I added some, just a drizzle of mayo, and then some katsu sauce that I had with the salad on the side. This is definitely a super family-friendly dinner that everyone loved. Next up, I'm making a Marley spoon dish that I got from my box. This is chicken pad thai. And then I'm also going to make this Thai cucumber salad, which I have made multiple times on my channel, and I'll link the recipe down below. It's delicious. The dressing has some sugar in it, some sesame oil, and I'm just kind of whisking all of the ingredients together. I wanted to cut my cucumbers a little bit thicker for this particular cucumber salad, so I'm not going to use my mandolin. And then I also had some kind of conventional cucumbers, so I'm just peeling off almost all of the skin. I just leave a little bit of it just for kind of decorational purposes, I guess you could say, but I definitely recommend this particular cucumber salad recipe. I'll have the link in the description box below. It's really good. It's basically just rice vinegar, sugar, salt, some red pepper flakes, and some sesame oil. Super simple, but everyone loves it, and it keeps in the fridge for quite a long time, honestly, especially if you cut the cucumbers thick. So once I got the dressing put together, I'm just gonna add the cucumbers in there. And this salad is best if you can make it like an hour before you eat. I'm also going to chop up slice up some green onions. Part of this is going to be for the pad thai, and then part of it I will actually add into the cucumber salad for just kind of that finishing touch. I'm going to stir everything together as best I can, and then I'll put that bowl in the fridge until it is time to eat. For the pad thai, or really any stir fry, you want to make sure that you have all of your ingredients kind of chopped up and ready to go before you start cooking, because then it goes fast and you have to saute everything really quickly. So I'm slicing up some bell pepper, some red onion. I also crushed up some garlic, so I flattened those with the side of my knife, and then I'm just using my OXO garlic press, which is my favorite one that I've had. I've had it for a super long time. And then I heated up some oil in a skillet. I'm just adding some chicken breast to that. I actually am in the process of getting a wok. I haven't had a proper wok, I don't think ever, but I'm in the process of doing that, so look for that soon. I cooked the rice noodles, and then I started to saute the ingredients for the pad thai. So I'm sauteing up the onions and the peppers. I'm going to set those to the side, and then I went ahead and added the garlic to the skillet, and then I'm adding the sauce that came with the meal kit. Once the noodles were done, I rinsed those in cold water to prevent them from sticking, drained them really well, and then I'm just adding them to the skillet. And you'll finish cooking the noodles kind of in the pad thai sauce. I went ahead and mixed the chicken with this, but I kept the peppers and onions separately because my kids aren't super big fans of those, so I was able to mix those in as needed. But this turned out really good. Everyone really loved it, even my kids. I did chop up some peanuts as well and add that to the top, as well as some lime juice. If you guys want to try out Marley Spoon, I highly recommend it. They're a super high quality meal kit. I'm not sponsored. I pay for it on my own, but I'll leave a discount code below. So on Wednesday, I'm making another Marley Spoon meal. These were some chicken tenders, Parmesan chicken tenders that turned out really good, although they were a little bit messy. So I'll talk about that in a second. But this is a super family friendly meal that you could even replicate without the meal kit. Like, anyone loves chicken tenders, potato wedges, and broccoli. That's a family friendly meal right there. So I cut my potato into wedges, and then I drizzled this with a bit of olive oil and some salt. And I like to arrange these cut side down on the baking sheet, and then I flip them halfway through to make sure they get crispy on one side. For the broccoli, I'm just going to steam that in the microwave. Super easy. And then I also made a barbecue ranch sauce for the chicken tenders, which was super good. It's just mayo, barbecue sauce, and ranch seasoning. Seriously, try this. It kind of reminds me of some of the sauces that Red Robin has. So I whisked that together, put it in the fridge, and then I'm going to grate some of this Parmesan cheese that they sent for the breading for the chicken tenders. This is super simple. So basically the breading is panko breadcrumbs combined with Parmesan cheese that I grated. I seasoned it with some salt and pepper. And then this particular recipe, you don't need flour. You just basically beat up an egg with a little bit of water, and then you coat the chicken tenders in the egg wash and then the Parmesan / breadcrumb breading. I will say this is a bit of a messier fry than the pork that I just showed you a little bit ago, because there's cheese in the breading. So even though it turns out super crispy and delicious, the oil in the pan gets very dirty, so it is a bit of a cleanup, but I would say that this is probably worth it because they turned out really good. The other critique I have on this particular meal is that the chicken tenders that they sent were of varying sizes, and I would have liked them all to be like in tender shape so that I didn't have to dip these like super tiny nuggets and kind of fuss with that. But if I make it again, I'll definitely do that. So served the chicken with the potatoes and the broccoli on the side, as well as the barbecue ranch. This was so delicious. On Thursday, I wanted to use up some meat that I had in my fridge and freezer. So I had some tuna steaks in my freezer that I wanted to use up, as well as some of this dumpling sauce in the fridge, and then some cooked chicken breasts. So I'm gonna steam up some dumplings to go on the side. These are the Mila, formerly XCJ dumplings. I know I've talked about these before, but they are so good. I love ordering their dumplings and spicy noodles. Everything is super delicious, especially for someone like me that lives in the Midwest and it's super hard to find authentic Asian food. I'll leave a link in the description box below. I am definitely not sponsored by them. I just buy a lot of their products. Highly recommend them. So I took the tuna steaks out of the packaging, and then I'm just blotting those off with a paper towel. I'm gonna sear these in a skillet, so I wanna make sure that the outside is nice and dry. And I'm just seasoning these super simply with salt and pepper. And then with the chicken breast, this was basically just cooked grilled chicken breast that I had on hand. I'm gonna reheat this and make some rice bowls for my kids. So I'm just drizzling some of this Japanese barbecue sauce over top. And then I'm gonna put a plate on the top and just heat these up in the microwave for about a minute. I cooked some rice in my trusty rice cooker. I always love to actually also have leftover rice on hand because it reheats super well for lunches. You can also make fried rice with it. I mixed a little bit of rice vinegar with this and some salt just for a little bit of extra seasoning. You definitely don't have to do that, but it does make the rice a little bit more flavorful. And then for the bowls, I'm also going to make some spicy mayo. So this is just Kewpie mayo mixed with some sriracha. Stirred that up, and then once my oil was hot in my pan, I'm just going to sear these tuna steaks for about 2 minutes per side. It definitely depends on how cooked through you want them. When the chicken was done in the microwave, I sliced that really thinly. And this is an example of a dish that you can make that really kind of incorporates all of your family's tastes and likes into one. So like for my kids, I combined the chicken with a little bit of the spicy mayo, the broccoli and the rice, and then I made Adam and I some salads. So I had some bok choy, this is actually baby bok choy, hanging out in my fridge that I totally needed to get used up. So I'm just slicing that and, well, actually into rather large slices, and then I'll put it in the salad spinner to kind of rehydrate. I'm gonna slice up some green onions as some garnish to go on those salad bowls. And then also some cucumber. I had an English cucumber, like a third of one in the fridge that I'm slicing up. Basically, this was kind of like a clean out the fridge night and use what I had. And then I'm also gonna slice up some avocado. That worked really well on the salad bowls as well. And I'm just combining everything into a shallow dish. This tuna is a little bit overcooked. That's fine with me. I don't mind it at all, but you can definitely cook yours for less time if you wanted to. Added some sesame dressing, some wonton strips, a little bit of that spicy mayo, and then also some mandarin oranges. This was such a delicious salad, and I love meals like this where you can kind of customize it for different members of your family depending on their tastes. Thank you once again to PDS Debt for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to get your free debt analysis, you can go to the link in the description box below. It only takes 30 seconds. And if you want to see my last meal prep video where I made some delicious healthy meal components that you can turn into infinite meals throughout the work week, you can click on this video right here.